Good evening, everybody. It is Charlie, and welcome back to another live stream on the Chatting Leeds YouTube channel. Hope everyone is having a great Saturday. As always, just before we get into tonight's live stream, make sure that you are smashing a like on it. It really does help get it out there to more people. Please subscribe to the channel if you are brand new. We're on the road to 3,000 subscribers, so if you wouldn't mind smashing the subscribe button as well, that would be very much appreciated. Hit the notification bell so that you're always aware of when I'm uploading and going live. And of course, get all of your thoughts and opinions into the live chat and I will flash them up on screen. Just an announcement as well. Obviously, make sure you are checking out the sponsor of the channel, Josh Firth. The links to his Etsy store and Instagram page are in the description for all your football graphic design needs. And speaking of Josh, myself and Josh have teamed up to provide you guys with an exciting giveaway. All details for it are on our Instagram and Twitter pages, so make sure that you go check that out. It's a chance to win a Leeds United themed poster for yourself, featuring the names of players that have featured for Leeds United this season. The giveaway concludes. The winner will be announced, next Saturday, the 16th of March at 5 p.m. So this time next week, the winner will be announced. All you've got to do is, well, all the instructions are on Instagram and Twitter, actually. So make sure that you go and check them out. So I can see that across YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter, we've got 77 people watching, which is brilliant across those platforms. So like I say, guys, make sure I think from what I can see, there's only 10 of you watching on YouTube. So everyone else that's watching, come and check out the YouTube channel and watch it on the YouTube feed. We are here to discuss last night's 2-0 victory over Sheffield Wednesday in the Yorkshire derby under the lights on a Friday night. Leeds United able to get the job done. And obviously, if Carlsberg did weekends, then it would be this weekend. Obviously, Leicester have dropped points against Hull, drawing 2-2. Ipswich got beat with 2 late goals from Cardiff in the 95th and 90 plus 10, the 100th minute to beat Ipswich. I mean, that's absolutely amazing. It keeps Leeds United in the top 2. So, yeah, we are all absolutely buzzing. Let's get into a few of your comments. Ollie Stale Biscuit says, first to hit the like. So satisfying to see Ipswich lose in the 90 plus minutes. Yeah, mate, it was absolutely unreal, wasn't it? Good afternoon, Charlie. Good afternoon, Michael. How are we doing, mate? Ipswich lost. Leicester currently being held at Hull 2-2. Yeah. Good weekend for Leeds. Southampton. Yeah, Southampton won, but, and I know they have got games in hand, but we don't need to worry about that just yet, do we? So, final score, Hull 2, Leicester City 2. A win next week at home to Millwall. Leeds go top with Millwall. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that would be amazing, wouldn't it? That would be unreal. Leeds 11 wins from 12 matches since January. Yeah, exactly. The stats speak for themselves at the minute, don't they? How Leicester have gone from 20 odd points to just 3 ahead of us is baffling. Could we win the league? I'm not too sure. I think I might actually gather my thoughts on that this evening and do an upload on that tomorrow, because it is literally changing so much from week to week at the minute that you can't really predict it properly, can you? Because it is that close at the top of the league. The top 4 has never seen points tallies like that in the Championship for a very, very long time. But yeah, more importantly, though, we're here to discuss Leeds United. We're here to discuss another win on the road for the Whites, or the Pink and Yellows, as it was last night, as they were playing in the fruit salad kit, as I like to call it. But yeah, let's just get into the lineups first of all. A few bold changes were made from Daniel Farke. When I saw the lineup pre-game, I was a little bit baffled as to why Archie Gray was being played at right back again instead of Connor Roberts. Why wasn't Archie Gray in midfield for Glenn Kamara? And maybe why wasn't Mateo Joseph given an opportunity? The Mateo Joseph thing I can understand, though, in hindsight, and obviously Pat Bamford will come on to in a little bit, but he had a very, very good game last night, did Pat. So I do understand why Bamford got the nod, but why Archie Gray was not in midfield is one that I am still quite baffled by, even though we did win the game. And I was quite surprised to see Dan James on the bench in place of Willie Gnonto. But again, that all worked out in the end, didn't it? But I'm just talking about, how I felt pre-game. I wasn't I was I wasn't happy with some things, but I was happy with the majority of it. And moving into the first half itself, I thought Leeds were very sluggish for the sort of first 35 minutes. We were giving the ball away constantly. We just seemed like we weren't getting a grip of the game, especially in midfield. I thought Glenn Kamara had another poor game in that opening 45 minutes. But yeah, we heavily relied on Melier and the defence in that first sort of 35, 40 minutes. But then from that point onwards, Leeds United seemed to get more of a grip of the game, creating more chances, getting forward more, putting more passes together. And obviously, right on the stroke of half-time, Pat Bamford makes it 1-0. Beautiful ball in by Firth Carlos. Met on the end by Patrick Bamford at the back post to make it 1-0. And you know what? At half-time, I was baffled as to how we managed to take the lead, because I thought from both teams, it was one of the most boring halves of football that I've had to watch. Illan Melier makes a good save within the first sort of 10-15 minutes to deny them an opener. But other than that, I felt they didn't really have a sniff at anything in that first half. But once we got to grips with the game in that second half, I thought like we massively ran away with it. But there was a lot of standout performers, which we'll get into in a bit. Oh, yeah, we've already seen that one, haven't we? Michael saying, question why Dan James and Connor Roberts were dropped from yesterday's match, having done so well at Stoke, but Gnonto scored and Archie did well. Yeah, I thought Archie Gray just had an average game. I don't think he did anything that set the world alight last night, but he also didn't do anything bad either. So it is one of them, isn't it, where he'll have games like that. He's 17. He's literally learning on the job. It would have been nice to see Connor Roberts from the start and Gray in midfield. Are we going to see that against Millwall next week? Potentially. But then again, they'll have had 9 days to rest, won't they? So he'll probably just stick with the same team, in all honesty. But I would like to see Gray let loose in midfield, because I feel like, he would be amazing playing box to box. So cool and calm on the ball at such a young age. When Pascal comes back into the team, does Ethan Ampadu drop back into the midfield in place of Elia Gruev? Probably, because I can't see Farke dropping Ampadu from the team completely. He is too important, whether he's at centre-back or in midfield. Leeds have not just closed on Leicester by 3 points, but have closed the goal difference. Leeds plus 40 and Leicester. Yeah, exactly. The goal difference is so close now as well. It's absolutely crazy how Leeds have managed to, claw that gap. I think at one point Leicester were about 17 points clear of us. And now they're what? Is it, how many points are they now? 3. So if we beat Millwall next week by 2 or more goals, we go top of the league. So it is absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy, guys. This championship season is like no other. I've never seen anything quite like it. But yeah. Actually, do you think the late first half goals? Yeah, that's a really good point, is that DFG. It really is, because I'll be honest, if it had gone in at 0-0 last night, I would have been a little bit concerned. Because Sheffield Wednesday, although they weren't doing anything really with the ball when they had it, they seemed like they were more up for it than we did. Which is, it was a bit of a concern. There were times where they looked like they were moving the ball around quite well, but again, they'd get into decent areas, but they're that poor that they couldn't do anything with it. I feel like if we were playing a Leicester, an Ipswich or a Southampton in that scenario, they would have picked us apart. But Sheffield Wednesday are not exactly the greatest of teams, are they? They're still in the bottom 3. And, they have had a terrible season overall. Since Danny Roller's come in, he has improved them. I did see a slight improvement from when we played them earlier on in the season, and other points where I've seen them play this season where they've looked utterly, unsavable. if that's even a word. But I thought last night there were slight improvements. They did make it a bit difficult for us, but I feel like once we started the second half 1-0 up, we managed to get a grip of the game. We were moving the ball about a lot better. We were pressing them higher, and I feel like we had a lot of joy, and we were thoroughly deserved of all 3 points last night, in my opinion. I felt Sheffield Wednesday, unlike Huddersfield, tried to play football against Leeds. They operated a mid-block. Yeah, I completely agree. Huddersfield literally turned up to kick the lumps out of us and massively frustrate us and not play football at all. Sheffield Wednesday last night, yeah, there were times where they were trying to get stuck in, but they were doing it in a normal way. And like you said, even though it wasn't working out for them, they actually turned up to try and play football against us, which was good, I guess. Exactly. There's teams can always nick a set piece goal, so I think both our goals came at a good time. Yep, exactly. First one came at a perfect time, and so did the second one. 10, 15 minutes into the half, it just set the tone for the rest of the game. Then Leeds could, be a little bit more comfortable on the ball and not have to worry as much. Bamford had one of his best games for Leeds so far this season, scored and played his part. Yeah, I saw Connor on One Leeds say that it was Bamford's best game this season, and I agreed. I feel like the way he occupies centre backs, the runs that he makes in behind, his hold up play, his link up play is brilliant. Really brings others in to play and takes defenders away from certain other Leeds players. Even if he hadn't have scored last night, I would have still said that he had a very good game. Who'd have thought we'd still be saying this, but Leeds United are a much better team with Pat Bamford leading the line. And look, I know I was saying I wanted Mateo Joseph to start, but I just feel like, the goals he got against Chelsea and the cameo appearance that he made against Stoke the other night, I thought were very, very good. At least he came on before Perot last night, but I still would have liked him to have got at least a good 15 minutes. I think he brought him on for like the last sort of 7 to 8 minutes, which, isn't a lot for his development. But I get it from Farke's point of view. Why change a winning formula unless you have to? So, yeah, I can fully understand it. Shelley saying it's my birthday. Happy birthday, Shelley. Hope you're having a lovely day. And I hope the Leeds United result has contributed to that. But I'm off sick at the moment, so this weekend's results have just been a tonic and nice early present from Leeds. Yeah, exactly. Hope you're feeling better soon and hope you have a lovely birthday, Shelley. Great travelling support from the fan base last night. They never stopped singing. Yeah, unbelievable. You'll have probably seen the video of Ross McCormack in the away end singing the Firth chant. I can actually see on that video there's a few lads who sit like 2 rows behind from me in the south stand, so it was funny to see them on it. But yeah, it was all round a good night. I know we've had a good day today as well in terms of Ipswich and Leicester dropping points, but even if that hadn't have happened, we just need to focus on us and what we're doing. And I said it on the review of the game last night, which if you haven't already, go and check that out on the YouTube channel. I feel like a lot of the time, and again, I've been guilty of it today. I celebrated that Cardiff winner like I celebrated the Leeds goals last night. I don't think I've ever celebrated like that for another team to score, ever. But the point I'm making is, we're all guilty of checking the other games and the other teams and how they're getting on. But let's just be present in the moment and just enjoy what we're doing. The football we're playing is really, really good. Yeah, the last few performances have been a little bit subpar compared to what we've been used to. But overall this season, the football's been immense. We've had some great days at Ellen Road, some great nights at Ellen Road, like Leicester at home and, the afternoon when we hammered Ipswich at home. So, there's been some unbelievable moments, games, goals this season, guys. So, try and live in the moment and just try and enjoy what we are doing as well. I know we can all get sucked into the promotion race, myself included, but, sometimes you've just got to appreciate what we're doing as well. I've always had faith in Firpo. Whilst I admit his defending is dodgy, he's really fit. Yeah, Firpo had one of them weird games where, obviously he provides the assist, which is a beautiful assist for Patrick Bamford, but I did feel like he got caught out defensively a few times, where his man was beating him a little bit too easily for my liking. Which again, I appreciate that he is better going forward, but he does need to work on his defensive duties as well. Speaking of defensive duties, let's just speak about Ethan Ampadu and Joe Rodon and the unbelievable partnership that those two Welshmen are forming at the minute. And I get it. People are saying when Pascal's fit, he comes straight back into the team. But it is good that we don't have to rush him back. Wait until Pascal is 100% match fit to put him back in this team. Because at the minute, Ethan Ampadu got player of the match last night, and I completely agreed with it. He was just everywhere, wasn't he? Driving out with the ball into the midfield, playing as a midfielder at times, the tackles, the clearances, the headers. He just won everything last night. It was all over the pitch and was thoroughly deserved of his man of the match. But Joe Rodon was equally as good as well. He had the cut on the eyebrow to prove it. He really puts himself about and, puts himself in situations where he can potentially get injured, but it just shows how committed he is to the cause. He's pretty much said in interviews that he would like to stay at Leeds United should we get to the Premier League. So he should be the first signing for me when we gain promotion. If we gain promotion, sorry. He should be the first signing that we make 100%. Thought, like I said, Archie Gray I thought was okay. Didn't do anything spectacular, but did the basics right. I thought Ilan Meslier had a good game apart from that near howler that he nearly caused, where Ampadu cleared it off the line. But other than that, I thought it was solid and fine. Gruev and Kamara. I thought Gruev had a decent enough game, but Kamara was a bit sloppy in that first half, but he did improve as he got further into the game. Cree Somerville is a weird one at the minute. Seems to really be lacking in form the last few games. He has that opportunity where it is a good shot, but the keeper makes a good save when Nonto plays him through. But other than that, I thought he was quite quiet in the game. I don't know if it's because teams are doubling up on him and, realising that he is one of our most attacking threats. I don't know if it's just that or if it's the fact that he is just having a crap bit of form at the minute. I wouldn't say crap actually, but just slightly poor compared to what we're used to from Cree. I think Rutter had a slightly better game than the last two, but again, I feel like he's had a dip in form recently. Dan James and Willie Nonto seem to be doing very well when they're selected for the team, and obviously Pat Bamford's in good form as well. At the minute, I think he's scored 7 goals for the season now, 6 or 7 since the turn of the year, which is a good return for Paddy. And all in all, guys, it was a very hard fought win. It was a very hard fought win, wasn't it? So yeah. There's a few comments coming in here, guys. So I will read them. Don't you worry. Steve is saying 4 games in 10 days, moved into the top 2 and on merit, guys. Foxes have a much harder running. We'll definitely, in my opinion, win the league. Look, when people keep saying that Leeds are going to win the league, I get it. It's optimism, and you see things happen, and you get a bit giddy and excited. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again: winning the league does not matter to me at all. I'm not getting my hopes up about it. If we go up and we go up in second place, it doesn't matter to me. I will celebrate going up as much as I would if we went up and won the league at the same time. It's just an added little bonus if we do it. Don't get me wrong. Do I want us to win the league? Absolutely. But I'm not bothered about it. I'm not clinging on to that hope. I just want to get promoted, whether it's automatics or through the playoffs. But if we get second place, guys, then we're in the Premier League. So it's like it doesn't matter about winning the league, in my opinion. But I would like it to happen at the same time. Was watching Ipswich and Leicester City today, and both teams looked leg weary, having played like 4 matches. Yeah, so it isn't just us. Ipswich got a taste of their own medicine. Oh, it was brilliant. Leif Davis moaning because he thought it wasn't a corner in the build up to the winner, even though it was. Very good, Davis. Very good, Davis. So you should celebrate them dropping points influences promotion just as much as us winning. Yeah, of course, mate. Stephen, what was the Leicester score today? It was 2-2. They drew 2-2 with Hull City at Hull. I think Hull City could be a potential banana skin for Leeds United as well. I really do. I really, really do. That game on Easter Monday is set to be a feisty affair at Ellen Road. I still back us because it's at home and home form's good and we are in good form. Hopefully, we're still in good form when we're coming into that game. And I'm not nervous for it in a sense, but I'm just saying that's one way you look and you think could get caught out there. But hopefully we don't. Hopefully we don't. I feel like you have to look at how other teams do, or else you may as well be the only team in the league. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying don't look into it, but the point I'm making is just appreciate what we are doing and just enjoy what we're doing and how we're playing at the minute. That's all I'm saying. Same in I celebrate the Cardiff winner like the Nonto goal last night and the final whistle last night as well as Hull going. Yeah, it was unfortunate that Hull couldn't win the game today, but Leicester have still dropped points, which is the main thing. Ampadu and Rodon have been solid all season. I wish he'd had them last season. Yeah, 100%, Shelley, 100%. Interesting how Gruev, Bamford, Firpo, and Nonto weren't in the team at the start of the season, but they are all key players. Similar. Yeah, exactly. It's just how things happen in seasons sometimes, isn't it? Just how things occur. Perfect weekend by Southampton, yeah. And I know they've got games in hand, but we don't need to worry about those games in hand. One of those games in hand is against Leicester, which I think Leicester will beat Southampton. Obviously, the other one's against Preston, which could be a banana skin for them as well. So it's not a given that they win both those games at all. One thing we do still need to do is win in the blue kit. I don't think we're going to be playing in the blue kit from now till end of season. I think all the away games are ones where we'll probably play in the fruit salad kit, which I don't mind because we win games in it. So Leicester City could be in trouble due to profit and sustainability issues and could be top. Yeah, so again, I don't really read too much into that because if they get promoted and we do, I won't really care that much about it. But if we don't get promoted, then that's a different story, innit? Farku's done a fantastic job. The stuff going on before season started, getting us all to fall in love again with the players. Yeah, exactly. He's amazing. Obviously, he won the Manager of the Month award for February, which was never in doubt. Back-to-back Manager of the Month awards. It's a thing of beauty. We have a better chance of going up after this weekend. Yeah, 100%, mate. 100%. I'm not fussed if we win it or go up in second, but winning it. Yeah, exactly. I'm like that, Lee. I think it'd just be a bonus for us to win the league. But as long as we go up, I don't care. How is Waffles doing? Waffles is all good, mate. He is all good. He'll be 7 months old. By the way, for those of you that don't know, Waffles is my puppy. He'll be 7 months old next week, I think it's this week coming actually. He's been a little SHIT recently. He's going through that weird adolescent stage where he's just been a bit naughty all the time, but overall he's ace. Having him's been an absolute pleasure and an absolute dream. I think to try his things because he knows it. Yeah, you see, they will often come off, but I feel like recently teams are kind of finding him a bit predictable when he tries to turn on with his back to goal. In the Premier League, he would get found out, in my opinion. Just hope our Welsh players, as well as Kamara for Finland, don't get themselves injured on it. Yeah, they'll be playing against him, won't they, in that playoff for the Euros? That'll be interesting. Creer's carrying a knock. If that's true, then fair enough. But if he's carrying a knock, why is he playing? If Creer's one of them players for me, Stevie, that if he is carrying even just the smallest niggle of an injury, I wouldn't be playing him. I would wait until he's 100%. So, if that's true and he's still getting played, and then that's quite poor from Farke. But again, we've not had confirmation of that from Phil here or anyone like that, or Daniel Farke. Somerville's been playing with a couple of injuries for a while, hasn't he? That plus the amount of games. Yeah, exactly. And I know they're only human. There'll be elements of fatigue in there, of course, but I just feel like he has been a little bit poor recently. Nick's saying, "Hi, Charlie. Good weekend so far for us. A few scruffy performances shouldn't bother us fans." Yeah, exactly. It's not about performances at this stage, is it, Nick? It's about getting points on the board, and that's the main thing. Yeah, Hull did miss a penalty against Leicester, so they could have won the game. Michael saying, Farkas Championship managerial experience is proving valuable. Yeah, exactly. No experience in the league from the other managers in terms of a title race anyway. Farkas Norwich teams come good at this point of the season as well, so it is a common theme with him. Hull and Middlesbrough are the toughest games until we meet Saints on the last day. Yeah, you would argue that. Yeah, I think Coventry away will be a tough afternoon as well. In all honesty, yeah, exactly like DFG's saying there. Watch out to next game, Millwall 4 or 5 wins in a row. Now, yeah, did Millwall play today? Did they win today? I'm not too sure. Let me just have a look. Millwall. Yeah, they did. They beat Birmingham. 90th minute winner from Japhet Tanganga on loan from Tottenham. God, Norwich beat Rotherham 5-0. Wow. So, yeah. Do you think Ampadu is a better all-round player than KP for Leeds? You see, it's a weird one. It's a weird, yeah, different players, different positions, really. Because KP was like a single pivot, whereas when Ampadu's in midfield, he's part of a double pivot. KP couldn't play centre back. Ampadu can. Different managers, different styles, different systems. It's hard to say. Obviously, I love KP just because he's a Leeds lad, but I don't know. I think they were both equally as good. I'll sit on the fence. The place team that goes up gets a runners-up trophy. Players, mate. Again, as long as we go up, I don't care whether it's top or second, mate. Not wishing to get ahead of ourselves, but it would be interesting to see which players are really good enough for the Prem. Yeah, exactly. And I feel like that game against Chelsea was a massive indicator as to how well we could do. I know we got beat in that game, but we give them a good game that night in the Cup. Let's aim for the top spot, and then if we fail by one place, we'd still go up. Yeah, exactly. I'm not saying Leeds shouldn't aim for winning the league. Of course they should. I'm just saying that as long as we go up, it doesn't matter to me whether we go up in second or not. I'm going to get into these last few comments that I hear, and then I will have to nip off, guys, as I've got things to do this evening. But I really appreciate it. It says here in total across YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter that there's 129 of you watching, which is brilliant to see. I think there's about 30 on YouTube. If you're watching on other platforms, please make sure that you come over to the YouTube channel and like this stream. Subscribe to the channel. I'm on the road to 3,000. If you wouldn't mind helping me out with that, that would be amazing. Hit the notification bell, and of course, get your comments in if you're watching after the live stream ends on YouTube. Watch the Cardiff versus Ipswich game. Couldn't believe the last minutes, especially when Cardiff got the winner. Finally, Ipswich run out of luck. Yeah, exactly. It was good to see, wasn't it? Might be worth trying Anthony for Cree, since, yeah, I don't know about that. I think Cree's a much better player than Jadon Anthony. Obviously, Anthony's been out of the team last few games due to his mum's funeral, which is completely understandable. And I really hope that all went well for him and his family, as well as it can do, I guess. That would just feel player put his studs down the back of Cree. Yeah, true, actually. Yeah, maybe it is from that. But again, like I said, if he's carrying a bit of a knock, why is he playing? That's the thing I don't understand. If that's true, why is he playing? Look after your sofa, waffles. Yeah. He's been all right with the sofa and furniture. In fairness, mate, it's more like blankets and socks and underwear if we've done washing and shit like that, really. But other than that, he's been sound. Norwich have overtaken all in the playoffs on goal difference. Interesting. Millwall last 5, 3 wins, 1 draw, and a loss. We need to get revenge on both Coventry and Hull. Until now, we get back on every team that make points of us. Yeah, hopefully, mate. Hopefully. Ipswich have had so many spawny late wins this season. Yeah, and so many spawny deflected goals as well. It was good to not see him do that. Steve LUFC 64. KP was always one tackle from a red. Yeah, but again, I wouldn't put that into the conversation of who's a better player, because that just is what it is, innit? I still believe in Perot's goal returns and his ability. Yeah, I've got faith that Perot can come good for us and can be an important player for this squad. But at the minute, Pat Bamford is definitely the better number 9 in this system for me. Good to see you're growing more on here, mate. Good day for Leeds today. Cheers, Kurt, mate. Yeah, amazing win for Leeds last night and an even better day for us today. 3 Yorkshire sides in the bottom 3 now. Yeah, Rotherham, Sheffield Wednesday, and Huddersfield are all in the bottom 3, which is quite funny. But yeah, guys, just to summarise from last night, an amazing 3 points against a Yorkshire rival, which keeps them in the bottom 3, which is just an added bonus. An amazing day for Leeds United today. Leicester City dropping points, Ipswich getting beat. Yes, Southampton won, but we don't care about them. If Carlsberg did weekends, then this weekend will be right up there. It's been an absolute dream. I can't believe I actually celebrated a Cardiff City goal in the same way that I would celebrate a Leeds United goal. It was quite unbelievable. But yeah, we'll leave it there for this evening, guys. Like I say, there's been a lot of you across 3 platforms watching this evening, which is very good to see. If you are brand new to the channel, please make sure you are subscribing. It's completely free to subscribe on YouTube. Just click the subscribe button. It massively helps me out. I really want to hit 3,000 subscribers as soon as possible. As I mentioned at the beginning, guys, I am doing a giveaway with the sponsor of the channel, Josh Firth. The links to his Etsy store and Instagram pages are in the description, where he does all your football graphic design needs. But I am doing a giveaway with him where you are in with a chance of winning a Leeds United poster with like all the names of like the current squad on there. It's usually valued at about £7-8 on Etsy, but we are going to give one lucky viewer, one lucky fan, it for free. All you've got to do to enter is check out our Instagrams and our Twitters, and you'll see all the instructions there. Basically, if you just repost it on Twitter, share it on your story on Instagram, tag 3 friends in the comments, and follow us both on Instagram and Twitter, then you will be within a chance of winning it. That giveaway closes next Saturday at 5 o'clock. So you've got a week to enter, and then we will reveal the winner on Instagram and Twitter. So yeah, make sure you're liking this video, subscribing to the channel, hitting the notification bell, checking out the sponsor, all that jazz. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Leeds United are still in the top 2, and I will see you in a bit. Cheers.